Hey lovelies, I'm Lisa and welcome to Lovely Channel. So today I have 3 DIY Dollar Tree Easter decor ideas. That was a mouthful. But obviously, since these are Dollar Tree DIYs, they are very inexpensive and they're also very easy to do, especially if you are new to DIYs or you've tried DIYs in the past and they didn't work out so well. Hopefully these will be really simple and easy for you so that you can create some really cute Easter decor. These are also just really great DIYs for spring in general, so even after Easter, you can continue to use these until summer. But let's go ahead and get into the video. First, we're gonna make this egg bead garland. So you're going to need these little miniature eggs that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got the blue ones with the gold coating. They do have all different colors. So if you want to make a small garland, you'll need 1 bag. If you want to make a larger one, you'll need 2, or of course you can use even more to make a longer garland. You're also going to need some sort of thread or string. I'm using this baker's twine that I bought in a 3-pack from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm also going to be using a needle and some scissors. So first you want to thread your string through the needle. And we're not going to tie it, but you do want to just leave it hanging longer on one side. Then you're going to take out your little egg beads and you'll see in the bottom they have a hole. So you're going to put your needle through that hole and then poke it out through the top of the egg. And then you're just going to slide your egg down the string, and then you're going to continue to do this with the rest of your Easter eggs so you make a garland as long as you would like. Once you reach the last Easter egg, I am just going to loop it around again through the Easter egg and then create a little knot at the end and cut off the excess string. At the other end, I am cutting off the string and leaving enough to be able to tie a knot, and then again cutting off any extra string after the knot. And then you have your garland. I made 1 shorter garland out of 1 of the bags, and then I made a longer garland using 2 of the Easter bags. So the shorter one I can just use for little decor areas like this, just to add a fun little Easter touch. But with the longer garland, you can do the same sort of thing, or you can actually use it and hang it as sort of like a little garland on a bookshelf or your kitchen hutch or anything like that. Now we're going to be making these miniature bird's nests, which I think are so cute. So you're going to need more of those Easter eggs. We're going to be using 3 for each nest, but you can use as many as you would like. You're also going to need these baking cups for the base of your nest. Then you're going to need some moss, which you can also buy at the Dollar Tree. Then you're going to need faux fake leaves, which you can just use from faux flowers that you already have, or you can buy some at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be doing this whole project on this plate here just because it does get a little messy, and then you're also going to be using a hot glue gun. So first I'm taking my hot glue, putting it in my baking cup, and then just adding moss to the inside of the baking cup, and I'm just going to keep filling this up till it is pretty much covered. Now we're going to turn it over, and this is where we're going to glue on our faux leaves. So you want to completely cover the back with some faux leaves and hot glue. And then we're going to flip it back over, and you're going to go ahead and hot glue any more areas and add more moss to where the baking cup might be showing through till it is completely covered. Then you're going to add some hot glue to each of your Easter eggs and press them into the middle of the nest, and your little nest is complete. So you can use this for random decor throughout the house. One idea is to put it on top of any candlestick holders that you have, like this. I think that looks really cute. But my idea that I wanted to use it for was actually for a place setting on my plates. I think it looks really cute on top of the napkin in the middle of the plates, and it just adds a really nice touch. Lastly, we're going to be making these faux potted flowers. So you're going to need some of these little pots that you can get in a 2-pack at the dollar store. They have different sizes. I went with the smaller ones, but they aren't the smallest size. You're also going to need some floral foam and a bunch of faux flowers. I went with white, kind of yellow, and some blue. That's sort of the theme I'm going for this year with my Easter decor. You can also use some ribbon. I have this blue checkered ribbon that I got in the baby section at Dollar Tree. And this is totally optional, but I decided to paint my pots with some white chalk paint. And I just went for a really messy, sort of shabby chic look. I also took a little bit of a darker gray paint and dry brushed that over just to give it more of that texture that I wanted. And I even used some sandpaper to go over and kind of distress the pots. So again, that's completely optional. You can leave the pots as they are if you would like. Then I'm going to take my pot and I'm going to cut off some floral foam that that is just big enough to fit inside the pot. Then you can go ahead and cut your flowers out individually and start placing them and arranging them in your pot. You just want to be fun with this and kind of experiment with different styles and different lengths and everything as you do this. And once you're done, you're going to pull out that whole piece of foam with the flowers in it, and you're going to hot glue the bottom of it into the pot, so that way it'll stay in place. Lastly, all you need to do is add your ribbon, tie a bow, and you can also hot glue that in place if you would like. Then your faux potted flowers are done, and you can add it to any space or room that needs a little bit of spring decor. Alright lovelies, thank you so much for watching these 3 DIYs. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which DIY was your favorite. And if you decide to recreate any one of these 3 DIYs, I would love to see your recreations on Instagram, so tag me in your pictures at Lovely Channel. That way I can go ahead and like and comment on your photos. I love you all so much. Remember to do everything in love because you are lovely. Bye!